You ever notice how evil trains, evil goes and works out at the gym, learns how to shoot guns, learns how to defend itself, and good seems to think that it's everybody else's responsibility to defend them?
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts. Now, of course, you would look at me and think that, worry or fear of being attacked by well-trained white supremacists would be a reason why I would train in the martial arts. And then if I say yes, you're going to say that I'm being paranoid and that I am some type of myself, that I am a racist or supremacist, or I have an agenda, or my only agenda is being safe. And I had thought this was old news, because this is probably why I don't think I've ever done a video about this topic before. But the Young Turks brought it up, and I looked to their sources, and I saw some other articles and videos online that are pretty recent, where they're saying that there are more and more racist MMA, white supremacist gangs that are popping up in the country. They are taking boxing and mixed martial arts in order to prepare for the race war. I used to say prepare for a race war, because I really didn't think that people would actually want to destroy the country in the names of having a race war. But now it looks like they're serious about this thing, and I don't know if they're going to strike first or not. If there is a race war, it's probably going to end up being like military people fighting against these type of extremists. But regardless of that, though, what you need to be aware of and take some training, armed and unarmed, in my opinion, so you can protect yourself. They might just attack you to try to get brownie points for their group. I don't think I'm not going to have video footage of it here. But one of the clips I looked at, a young woman, this was a white woman, joined a racist group. And in that group, if you wear red shoelaces, it means that you committed some kind of violent act. It's like a merit badge in this perverted scouting thing. Not that the Boy Scouts are affiliated with that. But they get props, they get honor for going out and commit a violent act. So she basically ended up going to jail because her and her boyfriend went out and I think they killed someone so they could have, blood rights. And hey, look at us. She can wear red shoelaces now because she killed somebody. It's no different than, gangs back in the 90s to talk about some people to join a gang, they'd have to kill someone. So they would go around and kill someone. They'd shoot them. So I'm just going to play a lot of clips. Okay? And I'm just going to say before I play the clips, it's not Cecil being paranoid. You may want to study martial arts. Of course, you can study with me. But you may want to study some martial arts, dare I say traditional ones, and even some MMA ones if that's what floats your boat. Get some training so that you can protect yourself from people who are training to hurt you for something that's not even your fault. I mean, what's wrong with being whatever race?
Maryland skinheads harness that violence to build one of the fastest growing crews in the country. With its emphasis on aggression, violence, and loud music, the racist skinhead subculture can be attractive to young men.
All right, next thing we're going to break into, you're going to need a partner for this. We're going to work on securing a basic Muay Thai clinch and throwing knees. This is real devastating for either in the ring or in the street, especially devastating in the street. I come in.
Based in Baltimore, the Maryland Skinheads, or MDS, preach loyalty to one's brothers in the group and devotion to the white race.
Shoot my arm through.
Membership requires conforming to the group's commandments,
Stand up. Head stomp.
including those about accepting the skinhead's warrior role. Jason Tankersley leads the statewide organization.
Physical fitness, the ability to defend yourself, it's all terribly important to us. It's constant self-improvement.
These are men, especially young men, who feel like the old John Wayne notion of masculinity has been taken away. It's been taken away by feminism, by liberalism, by people who are taking away their manufacturing jobs, which is usually seen as, some type of Jewish conspiracy. So they're reclaiming it the best way that they can conceptualize, which is through this intense violent culture.
And I look for, basic physical conditioning. They have to be a tough individual, because that is the type of club we are. Again, we're not just a political organization. So that's very important. And also, sacrifice. They have to show that they're willing to sacrifice for the club.
The men attend regular training sessions and wait a year before becoming full-fledged members.
I should be able to take anyone from the club, put them into an area of the state where no one's living, where there's no skinheads, where there's no activity, etc., and within 6 months to a year, they should have a small club started there.
Last I checked, no one from BLM shot and killed 9 churchgoers in a black church in North Carolina. Like, what?
Here's what I like about a mixed martial arts group being a white supremacist group is most of your martial arts are Asian. We're the best! White people rock! We're the best people! Let's beat people up using Taekwondo.
Now, the main group that was profiled in the recent story, which clip I can't give you because the sound just went weird on me, but they were called RAM, the Rise Above Movement. Rise Above Movement is not who was video recorded earlier in this video, but they're similar to that type of group. And that group that I featured earlier in this video, they're in Maryland, and I'm in Maryland. So I've known about them before. But the Rise Above Movement apparently is getting even more traction, and they're spreading. And it seems like a lot of gangs, just like that one that I showed you in Maryland, they are recruiting people using MMA, spreading racist skinhead views and music. So they're getting more and more people to come into play because they're preparing for a race war. They're preparing for the race war that they want to cause. A couple of things, though. You saw in the third clip I played, where it was from the Young Turks. They're making fun of the fact that you guys are white supremacists, but you're using Asian martial arts to promote white supremacy. Not only that, they're using a black thing, skinheads. As far as I know, the Jamaican skinheads were actually the first skinheads. Because I found out about the skinhead movement from a Jamaican American guy when I was in college. I'd heard something about like racist skinheads, but there are actually a lot of non-racist skinheads out there. They just shave their head and they listen to ska. And the only reason why I know that is because I was in a non-racist skinhead band for a few months. I was totally floored. It's like, you mean they're not racist? No, they're not racist. And back then, I still couldn't jump fully on board with them outside the band because what they would do is they would jump Nazis. I'm like, guys, okay, I don't like the Nazis, but let's not jump Nazis. When they would jump Nazis. They're making us look bad. Yeah. I'm like, it's just teenage hormones, young male hormones, finding a reason to beat somebody up. So I just played the music on the trombone, just kind of slid away from that type of stuff. But this stuff is real, and it's spreading, and you need to do something about it. But there's a little bit of irony in terms of talking about racial supremacy. Not very many people talk about the racist supremacy in the martial arts that's from Asian countries. See, I think some of the style bashing and style promotion and people thinking that my style is better than your style or my type of styles are better than your type of styles is from the ethnic rivalry that came from the Asian cultures that created those styles. And they've been passed on to the students knowingly or unknowingly, and then students have inherited that. So, you got Chinese martial arts. Well, Chinese martial arts are the birthplace, So we're better than you got Japanese martial arts. No, we're better because Japan made it better and streamlined it and evolved it. And you got Korean martial arts going, we're actually the most ancient with our advanced kicking styles. And it's just, this goes on. And Muay Thai is better. And we've got the sacred ceremonies, just on and on and on and on. So there is that type of thing. And if you've ever had a terrible instructor, as someone had alluded to in their videos, and you know who you are, I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to just. I know you don't care, but I'm still not going to say who you are. You know who you are. Where you discussed how you felt that your Korean martial art instructor, as in the person was actually, ignore the phone, it's marketing. The person was actually from Korea, and they seem to have a bias against Westerners. And I've kind of seen some of that too with some instructors. It seems like they favor, their own, because people just like to be racist and tribal like that. But we need to keep an eye out on these gangsters who are using race to promote their martial arts. Who are using martial arts to promote their race. And I want to say this too. I said in the beginning of the video, it's funny how evil works out and good doesn't. It's just like in the black community, how like a lot of the thugs are built. You ever seen all the guys that like did time in prison? They're like all swole and whatnot. I'm just like, why can't those of us who are not in the crime toughen ourselves up so we can be able to handle people who are in the crime? And then the bad thing is, as you get older, though, it's harder and harder for you to make your body like that because your body just won't respond. You can injure your joints, that type of thing. So I'm just saying, those of us who want to live decent lives, who want to be decent people, who want to protect ourselves from those who may attack us because they want to get a merit badge for their racist group or they want to get a merit badge for just their gang, period. We need to take martial arts lessons and learn how to use weapons so we can defend ourselves and we can teach the women and the children to defend themselves from evil too. That's all I'm saying. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And share it with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And I hope that there's not going to be a race war. But it's like war must be the natural state of humanity, I swear. Because every time you turn around, somebody wants to start one. Peace.